Well, hold on a second.
What?
I want to cut it right there for our intro.
She knows.
Yeah, I know. But you want to go right into what have you been up to lately?
Yeah.
We're all out of order.
Good morning, students. May I have your attention, please, for this morning's announcements?
I see your shirt is untucked. Detention.
Homework is due every single day. That's why it's home.
I will be calling your
Hey,
parents.
what's going on here? No running in school. I'm going to tell your coach about
I
this.
said that's enough, both of you. Out in the hall.
Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
Good.
Have you ever listened to the lyrics for Sting's Every Breath You Take?
You mean Sting with the Police?
With the Police.
The Police, yeah. Not like a Sting solo. Yeah. I'm being difficult. Yes.
He was with the Police then.
Correct.
Yeah.
It was a Police song. Sting sings.
I was listening to that the other day.
Sting sings it.
Sting
stung it.
Sting sung it.
Correct.
Get a lot of windshield time. And I was just kind of listening to the song, and everybody sings along. And
they think it's like a love song.
They think it's like a love song, but like if you really actually listen to the lyrics, it's kind of disturbing.
All right, I pulled them up.
Just now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, I agree with you. Everyone says like it's just a beautiful song.
It's like Brooks and Dunn. They're like, hey, they were interviewing like one of them one time, and they're like, hey, can you tell us like the number one like song people like love? And they're like, people like tell us they dance to a Blue Moon or whatever that song is.
Yeah. Neon Moon.
Neon Moon. But it's like a sad song where they're like drowning their sorrows at the bar. They're like, all these people are telling us, we love that's such
our wedding song.
Great love ballad. We danced to that at our wedding. And he's like,
have you ever listened?
If you're listening to the song, like actually listen to me. I mean, I know that
I get
songs have two components to them, right? They got the melody,
Mhm.
of course, which can give you one feeling.
Sure.
And then, and how those words are sung to it. But then they also have like the actual lyrics.
And oftentimes we get caught up in a great melody.
Yeah.
And we don't pay attention to the lyrics.
Of course.
Every Breath You Take would be a great example of that.
It's so creepy. I was listening to the other day.
Imagine if someone said this to you. Okay.
Okay.
The melody aside in your head. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to say
that's very difficult to do.
It is.
By the way.
All right.
Especially with that one, because it's such a unique song.
Let's say you change it to just a little more threatening.
Okay. Like tone?
Yeah.
Like you're just going to speak it now.
Imagine if let's assume you had a disagreement with someone. Okay. Maybe a relationship was ending.
Yeah. Oh, and then you texted him those. What if you texted him those words?
And so they just read.
You could probably go to jail for that.
Every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break, and every step you take. I'll be watching you.
I'll be watching you.
I'll be watching you.
I will be watching you.
I will be watching you. You're like, whoa.
Same words.
Oh, that's not enough?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't see?
Can't you see?
You belong to me.
I think you could go to jail maybe for that.
Every move you make and every vow you break, I'll be watching.
I'll be watching you. Oh, that's creepy.
It's so creepy.
That's such a good song.
And then at the end, he closes it with this. I'll be watching you. Every breath you take. Every move you make. Every single bond you break. I'll be watching you.
I'll be watching you. That's like stuff that's like admissible in court in like a divorce proceedings.
Totally. But it's all dressed up in like
great bass line. It's very scary.
I love it.
Just words and songs. It's very complicated. And a lot of these artists are very complicated people.
How about this line? Every night you stay over there, I'll be watching. It's like, what are you in the driveway?
Jeez.
You in the tree across the street?
He might be.
It's creepy.
Very scary.
That's a great point.
Yeah, it's before cell phones, so like you actually had to show up.
Right.
It wasn't like he like put an air tag in her car.
Right. It wasn't like I'll be watching you from a safe distance.
Yeah.
No, with my eyes.
I'm right there.
Like you may not even see me.
Don't look out the window. There's definitely some trespassing going on here.
That is great.
Yeah. That's just a thought.
It's great. So I got another one for you.
This prompted a thought?
Yeah. We'll get started here in just a minute, folks.
Okay.
Let me just read these to you. You'll know what it is in a minute, but just here again, let's say it in like not melodically.
Okay. Huh?
Melodically.
Spell that.
No.
You know what else is a hard word to spell? Surveillance.
Not if you've seen it on a police report so many times. You can see
Have you seen it on a police report?
I've never seen a police report in my life.
I've only had one written about me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, we could.
Going a bit fast.
Oh, yeah.
Been in the cups.
Ah. Yeah.
Could happen to anybody.
It could.
Yeah.
Hey, little girl. Is your daddy home?
Ew.
Did he go and leave you all alone?
Do they?
I got a bad desire. Ooh, I'm on fire. Tell me, baby, is he good to you? And can he do to you the things that I can do?
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
This is definitely illegal.
I can take you higher. Well, that's Bruce Springsteen's I'm on Fire.
I know.
And it's such a good song. Hey, little girl,
It's a great song. I don't really like Bruce Springsteen that much. And
that's like late night driving home, windows down.
Ooh, I'm on fire.
It's like, man, this guy's got some passion.
Yeah.
Then you read it and you're going, wait a minute, this guy might have a problem.
A big problem.
This guy.
Like the kind that you get killed in prison for.
Yeah.
The kind they separate you from the general population.
So that someone else doesn't kill you because you were singing songs like
the people in prison are perfectly fine killing adults.
And I like Bruce Springsteen.
You know what I've heard? I don't really love his music that much, but I've heard his concerts are just
I think he's a rock star.
Incredible. I think they're still incredible. And he's not a spring chicken.
No, but he's good.
Yeah, I bet it's a great show.
I'm not a massive fan, but I
bet it has like the energy of like a Garth Brooks show or something like that, which is just like he's all over the stage. He's sweaty.
Yep.
You know,
or even like a Dave Matthews back in the day when he was just, drenched in sweat.
He would be, now he just tries to dance. It looks weird. Yeah. It's called the chicken.
Yeah.
Does the chicken all over stage.
Welcome to episode 20, spring semester, episode 7 of Out in the Hall. I am Ryno, and of course that is the Willy Mammoth.
Hey guys.
I'd like to pass this note.
And girls.
Randy from Opelika here. I'm catching up on the show as I recently learned about you guys on Instagram.
That's right outside of Auburn, Alabama.
I've been to Opelika.
Yeah, yeah.
I have a buddy
you have to really
you
have to go through it to get to Auburn.
Yeah, yeah. I was in a wedding there. Best man in a wedding there.
Oh, nice.
Current Wife, Two Truths, and Pop Quiz are my favorite segments. Just wanted to pass a note telling you guys how much I love Free Fly. I had heard of it before, but listening to you guys talk about it made me order some stuff, and I love it. You both seem to be men of leisure. And I can now see what you're saying. It's true. It's comfortable, and I love it. Keep up the laughs and the comfort.
Oh, so
Randy
that
from
just that just solved our promotion there too.
So thanks to Free Fly.
Yeah, that just solved it.
I love that.
Yeah.
And the Free Fry's going to love it. We'll call Elliot over there and tell him to track that order to Opelika.
That's a unisex name.
Elliot?
Yeah.
I don't think you know what the word unisex means.
What was the girl's name on ET? Oh, that was the boy's name. What was the little girl's name on ET?
Well, it's Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, I remember. She was big. It was Elliot. It was the guy. Elliot.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right.
Drew Barrymore.
That's kind of a last name though, too.
ET. Her name. Oh, it was Gertie.
Gertie.
Yeah.
Oh, what a good flick, man. They don't make flicks like they did in the.
I like the scene where she dresses him up, ET up, and put him in the closet with the wig
with
and
the
makeup. That's a great movie.
Oh,
I might make my kids watch that again. I think we've watched it.
Yeah.
I got a lunch lady. Tim in Tallahassee. I'm surprised I'm the first person to send this in. I know you probably know what I'm going to say. But when in Tallahassee area, you must come and eat at Shell Oyster Bar.
Oh, man.
I feel like you've talked about it before, but it's worth mentioning again. It's the best oyster spot in the state, and I completely agree.
It's the best Gulf oyster spot in the country.
Wow.
For Gulf oysters.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there are tons of different kinds of oysters, right? I mean, if you were to go to the Pacific Northwest, those oysters.
That's why he says it's the best oyster spot in the state.
I know. I'm just thinking really the entire Gulf Coast and maybe even the Southeast. But when you start the oysters change pretty dramatically when you get to the Mid-Atlantic. Maryland and
they're just different.
And then New York, Massachusetts. They have all different oysters.
What do we have? What's the Florida oyster? The Gulf
oyster.
That's just what it's called.
Yeah.
And there's like a Blue Point.
Yeah, that's New York.
Okay.
Yeah. Like Long Island area.
I have a story about oysters. My wife at the time had her 40th birthday, which was not too long ago because she's still my current wife. My middle guy, who's nuts, really, he's like, I want to try an oyster. And we were at a very nice restaurant at a very nice hotel. And
I'd rather the oysters at the dive than a nice oyster.
I get it, but he saw it on the menu and he's like, and it says like oysters, $12 a piece, right? The lady's like, can I get you? What's your order? He's like, I'll have the kids macaroni and cheese with 2 chicken fingers, please, and 1 oyster. So I'm like, I don't think you can order one. And she goes, you can order 1 oyster. Well, they bring the whole crushed ice.
With 1 oyster in it? And all the accoutrement?
He had enough accoutrements and ice for 24 oysters. but it was in this massive bowl, and just in the middle was one oyster and all the little hot sauces and the lime.
That little meunier sauce that
That's good.
with the chopped onions and the
Is it
vinegar.
Vinegar?
Yeah. It's like a red wine with vinegar.
Man,
to it.
that's good stuff.
Or maybe like a sherry sort of vinegar.
Oh,
Yeah, it's good. What makes Shell Oyster Bar so good is that their cocktail sauce is second to none, and it's only cash. Plenty of times I've gone in there without cash, and I've had to leave my driver's license
to go to ATM to
as
come back.
collateral.
What I love about Shell Oyster Bar, number one, truly, okay? And I don't know who this Tim is. It's not our Tim. But maybe this person knows how important it was to us when we were there. It was like that, like when your parents would send you like...
It was a treat.
Yeah. You get the money at the beginning of the month. You got to go, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's still the best deal as far as oysters go, in my opinion. I don't know what a dozen is, $12 or something like that, $15. Right. But you go somewhere else, it's like
30, 40.
Yeah, it's expensive.
But it was just such a special place for us, two-ball.
Yeah, well, and you had a mean server, an old lady that was mean to you all the time. Like,
I think we may have talked about this before on here.
I saw her last time I was in there. She retired.
Her family owns it, right?
I think so. I never really understood the dynamic, but yeah, I think it's her husband is the guy that would always poke his head out in the plastic apron. As the cook who also owns it. I think they all own it together somehow.
Yeah, I'm thinking we did talk about this on the podcast, like maybe early in the first season. So the story I wanted to tell you is that I was in there with my boys years ago, and she was in there.
Yeah,
and I go, just so you know, I remember you from when I was in school here 20 years ago. And you're just as mean. And she laughed.
She laughed.
She laughed.
Of course.
She laughed.
Old women can really get away with murder. I mean, honestly, they can. If you're an older lady, you can say whatever you want.
I hear you.
For the most part. You're an old guy, you're just kind of a dick.
Yeah. But if you're an old woman, you're like, oh, she's getting a little old.
Yeah, she's getting a little,
she's
a little senile.
Get a pass.
That's okay.
What have you been up to lately?
I think having kids kind of makes you dumb.
Is this your what have you been up to lately?
No.
Oh,
but that's what I think it takes a piece of your brain or something. I don't know what I'm saying.
I'd be careful what you're saying.
I understand. I know. But I think that any women listening to this would probably agree. And you're dealing with
let's let them say it. You can say whatever you want.
I guess.
Again, that is the Willy Mammoth. I'm over here.
I don't know. I think that they would tell you that too. Not dumb, but it takes something out of you. It just,
well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Anyways.
Okay. What have you been up to lately?
I recently took my kids to, and we've done this before plenty, to hibachi. And the folks that you get just that you interact with or that sit at your table is such an American experience. It's funny that you have to go to a Japanese steakhouse to get a truly vision of, and it's not cheap.
No, but you get a lot of food and people take food home.
I get it.
Yeah, you get a lot of food and people take.
You know what also you have there? People that don't take food home and they just eat it all.
First of all, that stuff's so loaded with sodium. You're just so bloated.
You have to be so swollen the next day.
How do you get your wedding ring up?
We were with quite a large family. And with two children that were probably roughly the same age as my boys.
Okay.
But
fellas.
Easily doubled them up.
Really?
And I felt so bad.
And they're being fed that?
For these kids and the parent, and they all completely cleared their plate. I couldn't help.
What was their order? Do you remember?
Yeah, they each got a combo. The kids got a full combo too.
I couldn't eat all that.
Of course you couldn't.
How about just
you flip
rolling out of there?
Yeah, we throw up later. That's what you do. Yeah.
Gross.
Anyway, and without me saying anything or even remotely giving hint that I was disgusted to my kids, because I don't want to judge anybody.
Right.
When your
in
kids
front
are
of them.
there.
Yeah,
you don't want to, even just in general, My oldest, we walked out of there. He's a pretty stoic guy. He goes, those people at the table with us were disgusting. It's like, listen, buddy. I understand.
I get it.
How you can feel that. They're wearing their addiction on their sleeve. And everybody's maybe has something that they do that is unhealthy for them that might be an addiction. And some addictions are easier to hide than others. And
that's a tough one.
And I didn't know what else to say. And I told him to have compassion for those people.
Right.
And
you agreed with them naturally, but then
I didn't agree with him. I acknowledged his statement.
Yep.
And told him to just be compassionate.
Yeah. Well, that was nice.
I don't,
What
because
else
it's
can you
not
do?
the kids' fault, right?
It's not the kids'
It's
fault.
not the kids' fault, and it's might not be their parents' fault either. They probably inherited that behavior. Somebody along the way started that, and it could have been 4 generations,
Sure,
5
yeah.
generations ago. And you just don't stop.
Yeah.
It was gross. They were sweaty.
No.
All of them, because it's hot. They did
Yeah,
flames
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff, and everybody's like, "Oh gosh!" And you
Yeah.
lean back, and they were just like they're eating and just like they're breathing through their like
Gross.
nose and mouth with food. I'm not.
They're just over there breathing.
I,
I mean, ugh,
Dude,
the same air as us.
I was stuck in between like feeling sorry for them and just disgusted.
Right. Were you kind of grossed out to eat though? Because I've had that experience.
Yes,
I'm like,
and you know what
"I-"
happens is these people inevitably, you don't see a lot of large people that are ultra successful. There's a few of them, don't get me wrong, but you don't see a lot of large people. So these people end up being medically dependent on the system.
Sure.
Medicare, Medicaid,
Yeah.
likely. They're probably collecting disability because they can't get around properly without their like ankles swelling up. Is this coming across really bad?
You're going a long way on this.
I understand that, but then I'm thinking to myself, my taxes are paying for you
Not to eat at Kobe.
later on. No, that's their own money. They're not using food stamps there.
All right. So here's what's interesting.
Yeah.
I got an
I don't know
email.
why I'm assuming they're poor.
No, listen,
it's
I got
$30 a plate.
I got an email to the out in the hall at gmail.com
Yeah.
from the owner of Kobe's, because I guess they're local here, and they were at that same hibachi you were at, and they
Wait, what?
they were the owner. They own Kobe. They own the hibachi place. They're very rich. It was those people. You were wrong about the whole. I don't know.
It's funny. It's not funny, but you see all these.
You're actually making quite the judgment.
I know.
While
I'm
saying,
telling you what went through my mind.
I get it.
I'm telling you what went through my mind. And
No, you're making a judgment.
I know. They make my health insurance more expensive.
No, you don't.
They do, because the health insurance, if they have health insurance, they eventually have to pay it out, or the hospital has to charge the health insurance companies more because they're getting lower reimbursements from Medicare and Medicaid. Okay. Just to break even. That's the way it works. Like,
Oh, I haven't spent 15 years in that
I know you've
field.
been group benefits, but
Go ahead.
it just, I'm assuming that's how it works.
Not on a micro scale, maybe on a macro scale.
Yeah. On a macro scale. Sure. I know there's no, this fat person came in. So like, this skinny
It's not.
person came in and has private insurance. So
I know what you're trying to say, and I know that your heart is in the judgy place, but also you understand the reality of what you're looking at.
we all have a responsibility to each other. Just like driving on the right-hand side of the road, stopping at a red light. We all have also a responsibility to each other to monitor our health to an extent.
No, not to. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't care how you eat and what you do, but to your point, it doesn't need to be my problem.
It's a group cost, though, when people are using the same healthcare system as you that
All right.
have not.
I completely agree with you. Let me
Okay.
give you another example.
Yeah.
I don't care. if
And
you-
I know people that are large. That's fine, but they're battling it or they're aware. And
this isn't a large issue; it's a health issue.
sure,
So let me give you another
that's
example.
right.
That
You
may
could
be a
have
little,
decent blood work and still be a big person.
Yeah, let me get you out of this hole you've dug in. Okay, if you're going to ride a motorcycle, I don't care if you wear a helmet or don't. Okay, now if you don't choose not to wear a helmet, and you get so banged up, and then you are a vegetable, and it is taxpayer or Medicare dollars that are taking care of you, then I care.
Right, but now you're in like the. Now
Dude, I'm trying to dig you out of this hole.
I know.
Okay. So my point is, I don't care what you do, but if your lack of personal responsibility starts costing everyone else money, then we care.
And that's what
You're just stop it. Yes.
I get what you're saying.
Thank you.
That's a similar scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, that's what I've been up to lately.
Okay. I want to do my what have I been up to lately. Before I do, I just want to share this with you because like sometimes I collect fun things that I want to share on the pod. This year in Las Vegas, there was a streaker at the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Okay. He is a Las Vegas local. He placed a $50,000 bet that there would be a streaker. He ran on the field by himself. There was a streaker
Right.
and won $374,000 and got a $1,000 fine.
Huh.
Hmm.
That's all he got was $1,000 fine?
Yeah.
Did he get jail time?
It doesn't say that.
I mean,
I'm just saying that's big brain.
that's smart.
That's big brain.
Is that your what have you been up to lately?
No, my what have you up to lately is very apropos,
I don't know what that word means.
appropriate.
Okay.
Just say appropriate, right?
I guess.
So I've been,
You spell
I
that
love,
word?
No, what? I love the On Shoe product.
Yes.
Love it.
Yeah.
And my cool shoes I talked about a few weeks ago are also Ons as
The
well.
white ones.
The white ones.
Yeah.
They're the Roger Federer version. but I only wear them like doing stand up and like being cool.
Yeah, your cool shoes.
My cool shoes. And I love them. And I wear them like to work.
They're very comfy.
I have been on the hunt for some, because now everybody's wearing them. I'm trying to get to the Dunks.
Got it.
And I've been wondering, I've looked at them. I've designed my own.
What are Dunks? What are those?
What you're wearing.
My shoes? Oh, these are Dunks?
Those are Dunks. That low top, like leather Nike shoe. I think those are so cool.
From Nike to your...
Is that like the Nike?
From Nike to you.
Yeah.
Oregon, USA.
You can also go online and build your own, and like you can customize all those colors. And I really like them. My question for you, and maybe you're a little bit biased because you have them and I don't, is are we too old to wear them? My 13-year-old, who's almost 14, wears them. They're awesome. They look great. That was like a Christmas present. He's all in on the Dunks. I think they look awesome. I have friends that are our age that wear them, but my question is, can we wear them? And I think your answer is going to be...
I think the answer is definitely yes.
Okay.
And what we've come to accept, at least in our kind of business circles, of we're not going to a bank branch every day and wearing a tie and suits anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. What we've come to accept is kind of dress casual.
Yeah.
Has definitely been influenced by several factors, mostly pop culture.
Okay.
And you might say like, okay, well, a lot of these golf brands are getting into this now, but like, that's because
it's more like lifestyle.
Yes. Comfortable, but clean.
What is interesting is like, you remember there was the phase where like, and I think like some like sportscasters still wear them. It's like a dress shoe with a rubber bottom.
Yeah. With the white.
I never owned those.
Yeah.
I've always been a horse bit loafer guy, always, until this. But now like it's so appropriate to wear that type of tennis shoe to a nice event. People wear them like they wear black and white ones with the tuxedo.
Yes, 100%.
My wife will say, "Hey, I need to get the boys some like dress shoes, like so we can go to dinner and go to church."
Like, no.
And they're those.
Yeah,
that's what she's looking for.
You can get these in like black.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that these are that. Now, let me just also clear this up. They're not remotely as comfortable as the Ons.
This is the most comfortable shoe that exists.
They're stiff. They crease. It's kind of like you don't like the hat you don't take the tag off of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're almost like showpieces.
A little bit. And I'm happy that I got them. Also got some Vans here recently. They're a little dressy as well.
See, I would tell you, I think we're too old for Vans, unless you skateboard.
I
do know.
I went to the Van store and they have so many shoes. It's crazy.
Slip-ons?
No, I laces.
I just haven't done. Think about this. I wore loafers and now these.
Those still have laces on them.
But I don't have to get down and tie them. They don't flop anywhere.
Well, I'm not tying these either. You don't have to tie your Vans. You get them to a point where like you can slide on and out.
You're not skating with them. So you only need to be tight.
No.
I like those way better than the Dunks way better than the Vans. So, all right.
I'm going to send you some pictures of my Vans and then you can make the decision.
Okay.
I got a brown leather Van. Just looks like a loafer.
Okay.
With like those laces that would be on like a topsider.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like brown laces.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Okay.
I think it's very acceptable.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Pop quiz?
Sure. Which state has the most deer population per acre? Would you like multiple choice?
Per acre. That's an important distinction there. No, I don't need multiple choice.
Okay. I will give you 100 American dollars if you get it the first time.
The biggest deer population per acre will be Rhode Island.
I mean, I get it because I gave
Massachusetts,
Mississippi.
Yeah. Okay.
Follow up.
Yeah.
Which state has the most deer?
Texas.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big state.
Your big state, a lot of deer.
Big state, a lot of deer.
Yeah.
I bet there's not a lot of deer in West Texas.
Oh, those big West Texas ranches have a ton of deer.
But it's just dirt.
Yeah, they like dirt.
What do they eat?
Dirt.
They eat dirt.
That's the Texas dirt deer.
Hey.
Everybody knows that.
What year did the Christmas tree become a symbol of Christmas?
Ooh.
Give me a century.
Okay.
Something hundreds. Because I don't know how the centuries work. Like people say, this is 21st century, but it's actually in the 1900s.
Yeah. I struggle with that.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense to me. It makes sense because the first century was 0.
I get it.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Still.
I got it.
The Christmas tree.
Yes. All my two truths and a lie are all Christmas themed today.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. I know it's not Christmas time, but
that's okay.
Yeah.
It was the 1400s.
It was 1848.
That is a lot later than I would have thought.
Right. Prince Albert of Germany
okay.
Gave his mother, Queen Victoria,
A Christmas tree.
and it was pictured in a catalog in 1848 as well, because that happened. Gave her like an evergreen.
Right.
Apparently, a lot of stuff doesn't grow, right? That's why that's why you have the Christmas tree. It's evergreen.
I got it.
The old pagan symbols of the winter solstice, and which is why we have Christmas on the 25th of December.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it was easier when the Romans were converting everybody in their empire to Christianity to just overlay the Christian holidays onto the pagan holidays.
Yep.
And that was when they would celebrate the winter solstice. Is that the shortest day of the year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hate it.
So that was that was so 1848, and then eventually it made its way over the pond. Like took another 10 years basically to get to America. What a business! That's right. I have the fake one that comes pre-lit now.
A little slow in the summertime, I can imagine, but wintertime they really pick up.
I think you're just growing.
I mean,
you're just growing.
It's like, whew, getting ready. Fourth quarter is big in that business.
It's like tax season, but for Christmas season.
Second quarter, you can kind of catch your breath.
Yeah, you're taking a break.
Fourth quarter is gangbusters.
It seems like those are thick bases. A lot of work. And a lot of them are grown on hills. You know, like you go through North Carolina or whatever, and they're all on like a slope or whatever. I just wonder what kind of machine cuts those things down.
Probably a saw.
I don't know. I got that.
Yeah.
But like just a guy with a saw?
Yeah, I think so. A little thick.
Okay. That's a lot of work. A lot of back-breaking work.
A little full.
A little full. A lot of sap.
A lot of sap.
Looks great.
That's great. That's phenomenal.
Okay.
Well, snake your tooth truth because let's keep the
Christmas theme going. Okay. It's Christmas. Two truths and a lie.
Okay.
All right. Jingle Bells was originally a Thanksgiving song.
Okay.
Celebrating Christmas was illegal in America in the 1600s.
Okay. Congress
held its first session on Christmas Day, 1889.
The lie is that celebrating Christmas was illegal.
Well, I just realized this. We're having problems getting this right. These are all true.
First of all, America didn't exist in the 1600s.
But it was still a continent. I didn't say the United States of America. I just said America.
All right, I thought you were wordsmithing me.
Okay.
All right, so that was just three truths, no lie.
It was illegal in the late 1600s to celebrate Christmas because anything that was seen as like a festival or party or anything like that was seen as desecrating the meaning of the holiday.
Okay.
So no one could get together for parties or festivals. It was seen as like, and you would find 5 shillings.
Is that right?
And Jingle Bells was originally a Thanksgiving Day song. Doesn't say anything about Christmas.
It really doesn't.
Because that's, I guess, when the snow would start. So everybody was riding around in a one-horse open sleigh.
Hey.
And Congress thought so little, but this gives you an idea of how, like, just recently, everybody traditionally, I talk about this a lot. Things that we thought. I read this book called The Way We Never Were.
Okay.
And it's all these myths propagated from like 1950s suburban sprawl that we now celebrate. But all these things before then, Congress thought so little of Christmas that they held their first session ever
on Christmas Day.
On Christmas Day, 1789, and it did not become a holiday for 100 years later.
Really?
So
what do you
apparently
guys do for
it's
Christmas?
not American to celebrate Christmas.
What are you guys doing for Christmas? Well, I'm going to work.
I'm going to work.
I got to go to work.
They didn't.
You mean the 25th? I got to go to work.
Yeah, they didn't. There was no. Apparently the most American thing you can do
is not celebrate.
Celebrate Christmas.
Well, I love Christmas.
Okay,
it's fun.
This is one of the things that developed in the 1950s that I like.
That's probably like when Coca-Cola grabbed a hold of Santa Claus.
Coca-Cola grabbed a hold of Santa Claus, and I also know this because I was reading up on it in 1930s.
Okay.
Because Santa Claus used to be a bit more of a sinister, scary character, and then they did an ad campaign in the 30s.
He was a nice fellow
with a jolly guy and a red Santa outfit. And that's like the first time someone depicted Santa as what we see today in the 1930s.
He would laugh with a stomach would jiggle like a bowl full of jelly.
Yeah, like a bowl.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my 2 truths, and I need you to pay attention.
I got it. These are 2 truths and a lie.
These are for sure.
Okay.
2
or one lie and 2 truths. Yes.
And they all pertain to silverware or flatware.
Okay.
Now, if you need me to repeat them, I can. It's a little tricky.
It's okay.
Okay. As for spoons, I will only use a small spoon for ice cream, but only a big spoon for soup. I will always use a big fork for anything I need a fork for. I load the silverware in the dishwasher with the handle down and the implement up.
I think the second one is a lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think that
Because you don't want to get poked when you reach down to take them out.
Okay, that's the third one. So say the one you think is a lie.
I said the second one is a lie. You only use a large fork.
You think that's a lie?
I think that's a lie.
That's true.
Oh.
And
is the ice cream thing the lie?
No, that's also true.
So you load the dishwasher with the flatware facing up?
Down. The handle up.
Yes. So when you grab it, your fingers aren't touching the portion that you're using to eat with.
Correct.
And you don't get poked.
But some people, I load it fork side down. But the lie was I load it fork side up.
Got it. Yeah,
Okay.
It was a bit confusing.
Sorry.
It's okay. No. And I should have asked you to repeat it.
But the thing is, some people, they load it with the fork side up because they think it cleans it better.
Yeah.
But cleans it what? For you to take your grubby hands and then pick it up out and put it back in the drawer?
The only way that works is if you maybe lay out a kitchen towel and
Dump it all?
and you dump it on there.
That seems
and
like a
then
ton
it
of
might
work.
dry it in the process.
Well, just get a dishwasher that dry stuff.
Well, sometimes they don't dry. Or if you empty the top, if you move the top first.
Oh, you shake off the stuff on top of the bowls?
Bowls and that catches
Cups,
itself in the
that's,
cups.
That's fair, but no, I go down.
I think that's appropriate.
Yeah. I want to enjoy ice cream, so that's why I use the little spoon for ice cream.
I
it's
get
a little
less,
more dexterous.
Yeah, no, I get
a
it.
More
You get
surgical with
less in each bite and it lasts longer.
Yeah.
And then by the time you're about halfway through, it's nice and melty.
Oh, yeah.
And
soup, I'm trying to eat.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get some soup in my mouth.
There's no way you should use a small spoon for soup. That makes zero sense.
No.
Ice cream, I get that.
Yeah, you want to enjoy it.
Well, also, too, we're at an age now where I give myself a small bowl, like a little ramekin of ice cream,
ramekin,
instead of like a normal size cereal bowl,
Right.
because you're trying to eat less.
43 years of experience has taught you that self-control doesn't always hurt you.
My dad was a big ice cream guy.
Did you like ice cream?
Oh, every night.
Oh, really?
Vanilla.
Just sit in his chair and eat it.
Loved ice cream. I get it.
I try not to eat it. Makes my tummy a little upset.
You can get lactose free.
And like if I take my kids for ice cream on, say, a Saturday afternoon and I eat a milkshake or ice cream, I am asleep within 4 minutes of walking into our house.
Yeah, and you're gassy.
Yeah, it's just bloated and gross.
Yeah, you're gassy.
Would you rather detect every lie you hear or get away with every lie you tell?
I'd rather get away with every lie that I tell.
There's nothing about surprise.
I don't want to know if people are like, "Oh, you look good." I just want to take the compliment.
Okay.
I don't want to know.
I didn't think about like
I don't want to know that like someone thinks. I don't want to know what people are lying about, because I pride myself on my intuition. I want to use that, and then you could make a lot of money
if you got away with every lie you said.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you wanted to be sinister like that.
Yeah.
You could. That's not a lie.
That's. Would you rather, for a month, only breathe through your mouth?
Okay.
Or only be able to use your non-dominant hand?
Only breathe from the mouth.
Really?
There's a lot. I mean, I like to play sports. I like to throw the football with my kids.
Well, just for 1 minute. Plug your nose.
Yeah. Like I'm scuba diving.
How dry do you think your mouth would get?
I'd have to drink a lot of water.
Keep going. Keep going. A minute. Just do it.
Do I have to hold my nose?
Yeah, because you're going to breathe through.
Well, we could tape it up.
No, same thing. You're going to breathe through
Do I talk like an idiot too?
I don't know. I didn't think about that. Just keep it.
What if we said you have to use your dominant hand to hold your nose for a month?
Stop talking for a second. Just breathe through your mouth.
Turns out you use your nose to laugh. I didn't know that.
Do it.
I can't laugh.
Shh.
I'm gonna be. Oh,
we're going on 30 seconds right now.
All right. This is not fun. I can't. I don't know how to breathe. I think you get used to it. Think about it at night too.
Imagine if we wake up every morning, how sore your throat would be. Keep going. Keep going. 15 more seconds.
This is not fun. We get a headache. All right. Do you feel like your breathing is irregular?
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
I feel like I'm scuba diving. I'm like, all right, let's go up. Up.
All right, we're done.
Oh,
so much better to breathe through your
non-dominant hand. I'd figure it out. Like, hey, I can't throw the football with you for a month. At least I can freaking breathe. That was terrible.
Wasn't that terrible?
Oh my gosh, I gotta wipe my nose now.
God.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. All right, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
Okay. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good now, but that means I need a drink of water.
Yeah.
That was just a minute.
Oh, I got
Think about for a month. Your nose filters out a lot of stuff too. So like,
Oh, you're
I
getting
think
all
he's
kinds of
sick.
dust in there. You can be sick all the time.
If you had allergies, they'd be the worst.
Oh, your throat, your little thing in the back of your throat would just swell up.
The uvula.
Is this what it's called?
That's what the dangler's called.
Yeah, that thing would swell.
And, you know, it's when you get a sore throat, you wake up in the morning and like your uvula's all like red, fat, and it's like touching the back of your tongue.
Yes. Okay, follow on Instagram at Out in the Hall Pod. Full episodes and shorts on YouTube, Out in the Hall Pod. Email us a janitor's closet, a lunch lady, or pass us a note at outinthehallpod@gmail.com.
I love you.
Love you.